Hey guys, so after every month I'm going to do a little recap on some stuff I didn't get to do in a formal review that I definitely want to at least go over a little bit. Maybe it might have been just because I didn't really know enough about the artist or have enough to say about the project. But for one reason or another, there are albums that I listen to that I want to talk about, but I don't get a chance to. And so I'll once a month at the end of the month I'll make a video like this where I just kind of recap some albums and singles that happened during the month. And these will typically be pretty fast videos. So yeah, let's get into it. To kick it off, we got the debut Lil Skies album, Life of a Dark Rose, which is really just a result of a developing SoundCloud rapper that didn't really have the time to break through and find his own sound before he put out an official project. And this really would have helped him if I feel it really would have helped him if he had given another few months in this and changed his vocals a little bit, as where this is why I think did make him stand out and how he does sound, but he doesn't have enough difference to really make him seem any different from any other SoundCloud project. But to be fair, I did enjoy it somewhat. His voice is a very silky smooth, and there's a few catchy tunes on there. Just a majority of it does kind of seem to just blend together and not really make a difference. But in the end, I'd give it about a 6 out of a 10. Second on the board is the new Young Bands Volume 3 mixtape. I was thinking about doing a full review on this mixtape, but to be honest, this is the first time I've ever really listened to anything by him. I've heard about him for a little bit, but it's something about him just turned me off, and I was like, I'll get to him eventually. And now I was kind of right about that, at least based off this project. He doesn't really seem to come through a lot. His voice just sounds lazily tired, and the production is very forgettable, just with some lazy plucking or piano. I'll be sure to keep an eye out for him in the few coming months or years or however long he lasts, and to see if he improves, but I wouldn't be too excited for anything. I was very put off by this for him and his future, so I'm really only going to give it a 2 out of a 10. Third up is the dance hall star Burna Boy, who released his next album, Outside. There's just exciting yet modernized beats over his rhythmic voice that really make a lot of hits stand out to me. So I'd give this about a 7 out of a 10. It is a very strong album for him in my opinion. This is definitely my favorite album of the year so far. I actually just listened to it so close of the date of making this video, I didn't really have the time to come out and make a whole formal review out of it. But Entertainment by Waterparks is a great way to go back to the 2000s and listen to some Green Day-esque music, but yet having it be all new. It's just a great sounding, everything about it is just almost flawless. I love it. So like I said, this is my favorite of the year so far, and I'll be giving my first 9 to it. Then one of the biggest debut albums that was expected this January, the Camila album by Camila Cabello. I personally also enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. There's a lot of Central American type sounds in it, and it surprised me a little bit. It still it's very poppy still, but the production, it kind of reminds me of Purpose by Justin Bieber. I wasn't really a Justin Bieber fan, and then that album I just found to be a lot better than a lot of his other work. And a part of it I feel like was the production and the beats, and ironically enough, Scruggs did make what is probably my favorite song on the album for Camila, like he did for Purpose by Justin Bieber too. So this is going to be a 7 out of a 10. I'd say it's a strong start to her solo career. And finally, the last album I got here today is the debut album from Handsome Ghost, Welcome Back, ironically. It's pretty reflective on their previous work. Sounds a lot the same, but they're kind of light instrumentals with this very smooth voice. Always comes out for some great tunes that are just easy to nice sit back and relax to. And so for the last album, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 as well. I feel like they could really improve in some of their noises, but if they stay the same like this, I don't know how I'm really gonna like it, but we'll see. For the singles, I won't really be giving any scores at all. I'll just be talking about the songs that I liked, but I'll still kind of talk about the flaws and what I didn't like so much about them. To start, to start, definitely my favorite song of the month was "Come Out to LA," the fourth single off Don Broco's new album Technology, which is actually coming out today as of recording this, the second. What I like about the song, every chorus changes, every part of the song sounds different yet still connected and fluid. Like, especially like at the beginning, where they hit you right at the beginning with they kind of trick you with the regular chorus and how you think it'll sound, and then they immediately slam it with this metal filtered version that really kind of gets you excited for the rest. The tribute to Lil Peep by Marshmello and Lil Peep I thought was pretty heartfelt and pretty good. The production by Marshmello was kind of stereotypical for what a Lil Peep song would be. Not that I really expect him to do something else, considering it's Lil Peep's last song, so why would you kind of change that up? So I felt it was a good way to say goodbye to him. Now, Yellow Lights by Harry Hudson is another song that really kind of caught me off guard. Harry Hudson I'd never heard of before. On Spotify, he only had one other song before this, which is semi-popular. And his light, heartfelt vocals with this light instrumentals, it all just meshes very well into this kind of soft, soothing song. And if you've been listening to a lot of hip-hop, you definitely know about 6ix9ine. And he came out with his newest single, Kiki, or Kikai, or however you pronounce it, for his upcoming mixtape. I'm typically not a fan of him, and I don't really like him at all, but the features by Fetty Wap and a Boogie with a Hoodie definitely pulled it, especially the Fetty Wap chorus and verse. This is by far the best Fetty Wap I've heard in a long time. And the Baby Driver actor, Ansel Elgort, I believe is how you pronounce his name, he's been definitely being very experimental with pop recently, and has kept on doing that with his newest track, Supernova. And he does this by giving the song a very underwater feel, and there's a lot of bass in it and a bubbly popping sound that feels very nice. Plus his vocals are pretty smooth throughout the entire thing, and that really pulls the song and really keep what he has been doing. He keeps it up. Finally, the newest addition to the Six Dog discography, Butt Cheeks, which is pretty much just could be a deluxe version song for his self-titled mixtape, but still sounds very good and actually a lot better than a lot of the songs that were on it. So that's what excited me in this January. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of the music I talked about today. I'd also love to hear about what you guys thought was good this month. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.